Hi everyone, welcome to Homerino Collectibles, where today we're going to be taking a look at the S.H.Figuarts Dragon Ball Z Vegetto. Just before we start the review, I just want to let you guys know, coming up will be reviews of Piccolo and also Son Gohan, so if you want to check those out, remember to stay tuned and subscribe to the channel. But as for the figure itself, you have the main packaging with the figure in and everything, and it all comes in the nice other protective boxes, which I really do like about S.H.Figuarts stuff. The box here is just standard size, not like bigger like you saw that Piccolo one was, and you obviously get the normal picture on the side there that covers the two sides, the usual back, which just shows you a few different shots of the figure with a few of the different accessories and whatnot, showing off what it comes with. And that is pretty much it for the box. Most S.H.Figuarts boxes all are pretty much, the same design and everything. So let's go ahead and open this thing up and take a closer look at what we get from inside. So here we have it all opened up. As you can see in the package, we have the main figure sitting there with the closed fists. And then as well as those, we have a flat palm hand. We also have two open blast hands and two semi-open hands. We have the four extra faces right there. I'll take them out in a second and give you a close-up to the camera. We also get the folded arms, the Super Saiyan hair, and also this nice blast, which we'll also take a closer look at in a second. And then also included, we get the little Vegetto operation manual. So basically just shows you how to switch everything out, and also how to use, all the accessories. It's pretty common sense. They're all just on ball joints and stuff, like the head and the hands and whatnot. But in case you didn't know where things went or whatnot, you do have a little instruction manual right there with nothing on the other side. So here's a close-up of just the standard Vegetto face, just with a normal expression. And then here is him kind of angry and looking off to one side as if he's like kind of, flying sideways about to punch someone. So that's a pretty cool look. And then here we have the kind of normal looking Vegetto head right there in Super Saiyan form. Here we have him in Super Saiyan looking off to the right this time with a little bit of a smirk on his face, kind of reminiscent of Vegeta's personality there. And then we have him yelling in Super Saiyan, just looking straight forward. I'm not actually sure if there is actually any paint shading in this yellow, or if it's just like the natural shading from in the nicely sculpted lines there, but it looks really, really good whether it does or does not have any extra paint shading. So let's go ahead and put on the Super Saiyan hair and take a closer look at the figure itself. And then here is Vegetto all Super Saiyaned up with his blast effect. Now, this blast effect is the main accessory really obviously for this figure. And honestly, I don't like it as much as previous ones. It's made out of a completely hard, translucent plastic. It's not like the kind of softer plastics that we've got from others. It does have a hole in it right there if you want to, I guess, connect it to a stand maybe and have it like separate from him or whatever. I don't really know. But yeah, it's basically just all this one colored translucent plastic. There's no actual like paint on there, so not as much work gone into it as others. I really, really do like the sculpt, and if we just look at it with a bit better focus, you can actually see in some areas these sprue marks, for example, right there. It's just a little bit of white kind of marking there. You can kind of file those off, or then you could go over it with some heat and get rid of that. But I don't know, just seeing all the different lines and stuff in there from the way it's been assembled and whatnot, I just don't really like that as much as just a single molded piece. It fits over the open hand, this one right here, so that's really, really cool how it just kind of slots into it, so the hand is actually inside the effect. That's really, really awesome. It doesn't need a stand obviously to stay up like some other effects do as well, so that is really, really awesome. But I don't know, I do prefer how other effects from the Dragon Ball Z S.H.Figuarts line have been made, so it's not my favorite, but it is very cool nonetheless, don't get me wrong. So as you can see, it is basically just the standard Goku body, and it has the different gloves right there, and also different boots right down there. This guy is a little bit more kind of back heavy and harder to stand, simply because at the rear there's just less heel support there, as you can see. Even this Vegetto right here does actually have better heel support. This guy's just, the boots, I like a different sculpt, but I just think it's kind of too narrow at the back there. even with this piece on there holding it forward, sometimes it can just be a little hard to stand and does want to fall over backwards quite a lot. Don't get me wrong, it's not a hard figure to stand, but it is just a little harder to stand it up than a few other figures from the same line. Obviously it's a reverse of Goku's colours here, so we have the mainly blue gi with the orange underneath. The skin tone is very heavily shaded around the edges of the muscles and whatnot, so that's very nice. But one part I don't like about this figure is the skin tone coverage over there on the top over the blue plastic. That could have done with just a little bit more to coat that, because you can see the blue coming through a little bit right there. But it's not too much of a problem. It's not noticeable on a shelf and whatnot, but when you look at it close up, you can see the blue coming through towards the edges there. But other than that, this figure is absolutely fantastic. So as for the articulation, it's basically the same as that Goku figure. So the head is on a ball joint, so it can look in all manner of directions. And then you also have the hinge for up and down movement. Then the neck is also on a ball joint, so that can rotate all the way around and whatnot. The shoulders have this shirt piece, which is on a ball joint at the back of the shoulder right there, so that whatever you do, you can kind of cover up the gap, which is created by these couple of ball joints inside there, so that you get lots and lots of movement in the shoulders there, and you get the hinge for up and down and whatnot, so you can move it all the way around, and then this piece can kind of come in and save the day and cover up any gaps that you may have. Rotation at the upper part of the arm, double jointed elbow right there, and then the wrists swivel and go in and out on that hinge. It's exactly the same joint as the head, so lots of movement. We have a collapsible waist piece here, so basically you can extend it out, which gives you even more movement. You've basically got two ball joints there, one at the top, one at the bottom, so lots and lots of movement, and then it can collapse down and then look normal again. So basically you only extend it when you are doing some kind of crazy movement, which really helps with lots of fighting poses and flight poses. And then you have this floating waist piece to hide the joint there. The legs can come down on this joint, so that enables them to go all the way out and then all the way forwards and back, and then you can push it back up, and then it seamlessly goes back. On that ball joint you can rotate the thigh there, and then also down here at the knee you basically have a large cutout at the back here, which enables the knee to go all the way in. I think that a slightly newer design is needed really for these, because as you can see, when you're going back it can catch, and you have to just be careful when putting it back. But obviously just standing there straight, seeing the joint like that, it's not ugly, but it's not perfect. And then down here, whoa, the focus went kind of crazy there for a second. And then the feet down here are on ball joints, so they can go all the way around and up and down a bit and left and right, so you get your ankle pivot. And then the toes are also on a hinge right there, so they can move up and down. So for a size comparison here, we have the Vegeta right here. And then also we have Krillin, which was my most recently reviewed Dragon Ball Z figure, right over here. So a very, very awesome scale. If you want to check out the review for this Krillin, the link will be up there at the top of the screen right now, and also in the description below. I really, really do like this Vegetto figure, but the fact that we're just getting this, very basic Goku body again and again, and the fact that this doesn't have as much paint detail as other nicer accessories that we've gotten in the past, and it has a hole there, but it doesn't even come with a stand itself. I do really feel that they should have actually included a flight stand, such as this one, which we normally get with a lot of S.H.Figuarts figures. I just really think that this needed it, really. If you're a massive fan of the character, then obviously this is an awesome figure for you, just like it is for me. And I really do feel that, seeing as we got a flight stand with this Vegeta, which also came with more accessories than this guy, I really do feel that this figure really should have come with a flight stand. Nonetheless, you should be able to get this figure for a good price, with it not coming with as many accessories as we could have gotten. And I definitely feel that it's a figure that any Dragon Ball Z fan should pick up. So thanks for watching, guys. If you want to check out more pictures of this figure and anything else from my collection, including upcoming reviews, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. It's Homerino123, links are in the description below, where you'll also find links to my Twitter and Twitch. And for more Dragon Ball Z videos, such as the Gohan and Piccolo, and then I've also actually got the new redone Vegeta and Trunks, and then also the brand new Goku that's coming out, all on pre-order. That's going to be out at the end of this year, so I know there's a little bit of wait to that, but if you do want to check them out, I have them on pre-order, so I'll be reviewing those as soon as they are released. So stay tuned for those, and subscribe for more Dragon Ball Z S.H.Figuarts figures. And thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.